Money Integrated Development Project. Gombe State government seeks presidential intervention towards actualization of Coal Money Integrated Development Project. Nigerians assured of secured and reliable data protection, National Identity Management Commission reaffirms. Abuja collapsed building. 4 trapped victims of Kubwa building collapse rescued. Experts call for measures to curb increasing cases of building collapse. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. I'm Nancy Godi Angonihu. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Mr. Baffadan Agundi as the new Director General of the National Productivity Center, NPC. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, says Mr. Dan Agundi is a former majority leader of the Kano State House of Assembly. He was also the principal registrar of the Kano State High Court of Justice. Also, President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of Mr. Umar Ibrahim Mohammed as the new Director General of the Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency. Mr. Mohammed is an architect and also a construction technology and environment professional. Mr. Silas Agara is also appointed as the new Director General of the National Directorate of Employment, NDE. Mr. Agara is an entrepreneur and sports administrator who previously served as the Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State. The President anticipates the newly appointees' utmost dedication and patriotic zeal in achieving their mandates of developing a national culture of excellence in operational efficiency and institutionalizing a performance-driven orientation towards measurable productivity in the citizenry for the overall enhancement of service delivery and quality of life across the nation. Gombe State government is seeking presidential intervention towards the actualization of the Coal Money Integrated Development Project in the state. This was part of the issues as the state governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya visited President Bola Tinubu at the State House. In 2022, President Muhammadu Buhari officially flagged off the Coal Money Development Project to explore and refine crude oil in northern Nigeria. But Governor Inuwa Yahaya expressed displeasure that 2 years after, the project with the huge potential for the northern part of the country is yet to take off.
And also the partners that engage, or the developers. Those issues really have strangled operations to take off. And in fact, it's part of the discussion I had with Mr. President, believing that once he steps in, maybe we'll see activities back for the fact that petroleum and gas are under the exclusive list, and there isn't much we can do, and NNPC is the only company that is supposed to handle anything gas or petroleum in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as such, the presidential intervention, which I came and thought for, will really maybe make the things to return back, and activities will resume on the site as soon as possible.
The governor spoke about various efforts to support the federal government's agriculture and food security drive.
Our engagement has been very robust. We touched on all the issues, and I'm satisfied and I'm convinced that Mr. President is ready and has been doing his best and will continuously do his best in order to deliver on the mandate and see that Nigeria is out of the current situation and has improved and has gone to catch up with the rest of the developed world.
The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, continues to assure citizens of adequate protection of their data with the best security measures and architecture in place. Oluseyi Adeyabo reports that this was during an oversight visit by the House of Representatives Committee on National Population and Identity, with more than 108 million Nigerians and legal residents currently enrolled, and issued the unique National Identification Number (NIN).
Total security and proper maintenance of the national database is a priority of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, and this is evolving with innovation to strengthen national identity services. The latest is the General Multipurpose Identity Card, which is at a final stage and ready for issuance to Nigerians and legal residents in August. In a meeting with lawmakers oversighting the commission, they were brought up to speed with the upgraded National Identity Database, and parliamentarians dwelling on the reenactment of the 2007 NIMC Act.
Let us recommit to this mission of providing secured, inclusive, and reliable identity management solution. Let us embrace innovations to stay ahead of the curve in a rapid changing world.
But we realized that it was very easy for people to duplicate or mimic, create false NIN slips. So we're in the process of scrapping that NIN slip and making sure that you're able to use your cards, which will have security features on it, so they cannot be easily duplicated. So if somebody has come out with false information, I think for us, it made us all sit down and said, we've looked at this. It's not from us, because the security agencies have investigated it. But how do we also ensure we reinforce our already strong cybersecurity defense system? And so we're working on ensuring that we have several other layers of reinforcement.
Participants are expected to leverage knowledge gained from the retreat to improve performance. In Abuja, Oluseyi Adeyabo, NTA News.
4 persons have been rescued by the search and rescue operations at the venue of the collapsed 2-story building along the 2 area in Kubwa, Federal Capital Territory. Correspondent Onotu Yakubu, who monitored the situation, brings us an update.
It was about 6 in the morning when some of the occupants began hearing sounds of the building walls cracking. Eyewitness accounts say while they rushed to evacuate the 2-story building, the west wing eventually caved in, trapping 4 of the residents in the rubble.
The only thing I know that is about 36 rooms, but I don't really know the actual people, because some people are couples, some people are single, or maybe visitors, so I can't really tell how many.
But before now, there have been any signs that collapse like that? Yeah.
I've not even noticed any sign. It was just like I've not even noticed any sign. The building are going to collapse.
Search and rescue operation began immediately at the site following distress calls. About 5 hours later, this 4th victim of the building collapse was successfully rescued alive by emergency workers.
So far, we have been able to rescue 4 people alive. 2 people are in the hospital, others were on hot. Well, the rescue operation is still ongoing. We are not going to call off these rescue operations unless the part of the building that has collapsed, unless we get to the bottom of it.
The construction companies or individuals that are constructing buildings, most of the times they don't follow the rules. So the development control need to step up their game in monitoring the construction activities going on. That's the only advice we have to give.
Although there is no report of any further victim trapped in the building, the earth-moving equipments are still digging through the rubble with intent to get to ground zero and ascertain the situation before the operation can be called off. The two-story collapsed building was said to have initially been erected as a hotel before undergoing remodeling twice, first for a hospital and now a 35-rooms residential apartment. In Abuja, Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
In another development, Governor Caleb Mutfwang has ordered the immediate closure of Saint Academy Secondary and Primary School following the collapse of the secondary section, which left 22 students dead with many others injured. The governor gave the order during a visit to the school. Caleb Goshen reports.
The governor described the incident as unfortunate and commended the community for its prompt response to rescue the victims. He cautioned particularly some private school owners whose drive for profit maximization overshadows the safety of lives, noting that henceforth the government will come after such persons. He added that both public and private schools will henceforth be subjected to structural integrity test to avert future occurrence.
It's an incident that could have been avoided. Clearly, you can see that the building leaves a lot to be desired.
The governor also visited the injured victims who are receiving treatment in various hospitals in Jos metropolis. Governor Mutfwang said Order 003 is not meant to witch hunt anybody, but to sanitize the city center. In Jos, Caleb Goshen, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has expressed sadness over the school building collapse which occurred in Jos and which claimed the lives of innocent children and their teachers. In a statement, she extends heartfelt condolences to the Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang, the bereaved families and the entire people of Plateau State. She prays for God to console them at this time. But earlier in our news, we were joined by the former president of Nigerian Society of Engineers and Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, Kashim Ali, who gave an insight on causes and how to curb the alarming cases of building collapse in the country.
By stressing themselves thin because of lack of enough personnel, in truth, it's not even possible for an organization, such organizations, to have enough personnel. But what you do is, there are some aspects of their services they could outsource, and they have been refusing to do that. Because of that, they have not been able to do effective monitoring. And you see, we take these things for granted as if lives do not matter. But it's not good at this stage in our lives. We have come a long way as a nation. Things like this shouldn't be happening again. These are things that should happen in smaller countries that have no resources. We'll have all the resources. We do have all the resources. The human resources in abundance. Buildings should not be put up high-rise buildings shouldn't come up without the input of structural engineers. The media into it. Let's see when the punishment is being meted on them. Otherwise, as usual, they'll talk about it and that is the end. And somebody else will go and do the same thing because it's like, okay, they'll just make noise in the news. 1 week, everybody forgets and it's all over. That is not good at all.
As president of COREN, Kashim Ali, they're giving us an insight on causes and how to curb the alarming cases of building collapse in Nigeria. Let's now take a break. The news continues in a moment.
from the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau. In noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Thanks for staying with us. In line with President Bola Tinubu's directive to enhance air safety and security in Nigeria, a high-powered delegation led by the Minister of Defense, Muhammad Badaru Abubakar, and the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, is currently in Spain for engagement on airspace development. A statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Defense, Henshaw Ogubuike, says the visit to Indra in Spain aims at strengthening Nigeria's air surveillance and security capabilities through cutting-edge dual-use technology. The mission, titled Air Surveillance for the Sovereignty, Security and Safety of the Nigerian Airspace Through Dual-Use Technology, Civil and Military, seeks to enhance Nigeria's air surveillance by ensuring the safety of its airspace and borders. Now, for Nigeria to attract foreign direct investment, Ambassador Maritime Contour of For Nigeria to attract foreign direct investment, Ambassador Mariam Contour of ECOWAS re-emphasized the need for essential developmental efforts to enhance humanitarian initiatives in the country. She gave this appeal at the inauguration of the 2024 1,000 Peace Ambassadors of Nigeria in Abuja. Steve Lonai Wokolo reports.
Peace, as it were, is a multifaceted concept that entails the absence of conflict and violence, as well as the presence of positive conditions for human flourishing. It is in recognition of this that the founder of the 1,000 Peace Ambassadors, Kingsley Onuche, is using peace as a tool to bridge the yearning gap for humanitarian and socio-economic development in Nigeria.
As peace ambassadors, our mission is to harness the power of diplomacy and to connect Nigerians with global partners, attract economic investment, and enhance humanitarian efforts. Economic stability is the cornerstone of national prosperity through strategic diplomatic engagement.
Andrew Adama is a patron of the 1,000 Peace Ambassadors initiative, and he encourages the youths to take advantage of the government's empowerment efforts to better their lives.
We are coming to partner, to learn, then to replicate what they have taught or they are going to teach for the benefit of Nigerians.
Other advocates of peace sue for women involvement in the socio-economic development of the country.
Women in West Africa are making significant diplomatic effort to promote economic investment growth in the region, including advocating for policies and programs that support women's economic empowerment, encouraging women's participation in trade and commerce.
In that way, we can plan in each and every state, maybe in a later stage, with the help of the government or the governors of the states. They can provide us help like a land or something warehouse, which we can make the facilities.
Integrating these approaches, which include global partnership, human rights protection, they say Nigeria can leverage peace as a foundation for sustainable development. In Abuja, Steve Lonai Waokolo, NTA News.
As part of efforts to ensure that Nigerian architects are physically and mentally fit to produce sustainable architectural designs and practices that can reduce energy consumption, lower carbon emission, and as well promote a healthy lifestyle, the Institute has organized a 5-kilometer fitness and awareness walk for its members and partners in Abuja. Thomas Obwetere reports that the awareness walk is part of the 40th anniversary celebration of the Abuja chapter of the institute.
To mark the 40th anniversary celebration of the Abuja chapter of the Nigerian Institute of Architects, series of physical, mental and health exercises are lined up to herald the event. This was followed by a 5-kilometer fitness and awareness road walk that had the trappings of joy and gladness to the admiration of all. Architect Yomi Shola Adebi says the effort is geared towards physical fitness, healthy lifestyle, as well as mental alertness for maximum efficiency in the course of performing their duties.
We live in a very volatile, uncertain, ambiguous and complex world. The challenges globally is amazing, and we just need to stay fit and be healthy. When you are mentally healthy, you can handle issues, you maintain balance, and you can live healthier and live long.
And they just wanted to lay emphasis on the fact that people should begin to take cognizance and focus on their health.
It promotes cardiovascular health. It's advisable for you to undertake such workout from time to time.
We all need to exercise our body, so that was why I joined them.
You get to lose weight, keep fit, and just general well-being.
We are here to do a walk, fitness, to mark the 20 for Black Pelican and 40 for NIA Abuja branch.
I believe exercise also helps you to release toxins from your body. So it's a very healthy thing to do.
We are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Abuja Architects.
They also canvassed for the creation of awareness on the need to embrace the use of renewable energy, installation of programmable thermostats to regulate air conditioning system efficiently and keep track on electricity usage with smart switches and sockets. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
This is the news at 11 on NTA News 24. Before we go, here is a quick look at our major stories. Gombe State government seeks presidential intervention towards actualization of Coal Money Integrated Development Project. Nigerians assured of secured and reliable data protection, National Identity Management Commission reaffirms. Abuja collapsed building, 4 trapped victims of Kubwa building collapse rescued. Experts call for measures to curb increasing cases.
This is NTA News 24.
President Bola Tinubu congratulates veteran journalist, elder statesman and former governor of Ogun State, Chief Olusegun Oshoba, in commemoration of his 85th birthday. A statement by the special advisor to the president, Ajuri Ngelale, extolled the virtues of Chief Oshoba, who served twice as governor of Ogun State, first from 1992 to 1993 during the aborted Third Republic, and then from 1999 to 2003. In the field of journalism, Chief Oshoba, the reporter who later became managing director, editor-in-chief of Daily Times, set a remarkable standard of excellence in his unflinching professionalism, objectivity, courage and balance, serving as a guiding light for media practitioners across many generations. As Oshoba launches his new book, Segun Oshoba, My Life and the Public Eye, in celebration of this milestone birthday, President Tinubu commends him for his publications and trusts that His inspiring story, particularly his achievements as a public servant, will inspire future leaders and press members to commit to consistently manifesting Chief Oshoba's core characteristics of integrity, accountability, doggedness, and hard work. And that concludes the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I'm Nancy Godiangoniu. Bye for now.